everyone. Today I'm out on the Appalachian Trail in Connecticut, going up to Lion's Head and just doing a little bit of a practice hike. I've got my full pack on. I've got almost everything I'm gonna bring on trail next month, but I wanted to get out here and get like an actual hike in with weight on my back, because nothing gets you ready for backpacking like putting weight on your back does. I've been hitting the gym and stuff, running, stair climber, but it's just not the same. So I'm gonna do some miles today with the pack on. I also want to make sure my back wasn't hurting me with this on, because I haven't put this pack on since I got off the long trail in August for back pain. So just wanted to make sure. And so I figured I'd take you along on today's hike and also do a video talking about how to vlog a long distance hike. And you may be thinking like, I know how to vlog, I'll put my phone out. I'm talking like the process, kind of like good shots to get and like how I would vlog to make it easiest for myself, and then editing, thumbnail making, process for uploading. In 2023, I vlogged like 45 days on the Appalachian Trail, and I did daily vlogs, and I felt like it really didn't interfere with trail life at all for me. Sorry, I'm like out of breath, I'm going uphill, but yeah, I felt like I did a pretty good job balancing vlogging and like trail life, and it never interfered. It never took time away from like fun in town. I was pretty consistent, and it didn't take a lot of time out of my day either. So I thought maybe I'd share my process with you guys for anybody that's like wanting to vlog their long distance hikes in the future. So first thing is I film with my phone. I don't feel like you need like a fancy camera to go out on trail. Really, like keeping your pack light is the most important thing for a long distance hike. So an iPhone or your Android is perfectly fine. You're already gonna have it on you anyways. But if you're looking for something smaller, is like light to carry, you could carry like a GoPro or the DJI Osmo. I think it's the Pocket 3. It's kind of pricey, but it's a very small, light action camera that is easy to hold, carry, film with. It's small, discreet, and it shoots in 4K. So if I didn't have my phone, I'd probably bring that with me, but my phone is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, so it does shoot in 4K. So I just use that. There are those blue skies I was promised. There's Bear Mountain right there. And I believe that is a snow-capped Everett in Massachusetts over there. Basically what I would do is I would film every single day. I would keep my videos anywhere between usually like 5 to 12 minutes. But I'd say on average I was more at like the 6 to 9 minute mark. And I found that worked well for me. I didn't have to spend so much time filming all day, but I was still getting like daily little like vlogs out, which I also treated as like a journal entry for myself. I still watch the videos back sometimes when I'm bored, and so I would record on my phone, and then what I would do is I would usually edit in my tent at night. Honestly, like I would go into my tent and it would kind of help me fall asleep. Sometimes I wouldn't even get through the editing, but I would edit in my tent because my editor, I don't need service for it. And it would give me something to do to kind of like help me fall asleep. And that way when I got into town, I didn't have to edit like a ton of videos. I could just kind of upload. I keep the videos simple personally. I just cut clips. I cut out anything that I don't want in there. And I don't really add any music or text unless I want to clarify something and have to add in some text. That's pretty much all I did for editing. I just cut clips. It was pretty quick. I would export it to my camera roll, and then usually I go into town every like 4 to 5 days, and then when I get into town I would just upload everything. So usually what I would do is connect to a hostel's Wi-Fi or a hotel's Wi-Fi, and while I'm showering and doing laundry, I leave my phone to upload, so that way I'm still getting everything done I need to do, and I don't have to pay attention to my phone uploading. And if for some reason like I needed my phone because I was going out to resupply and I wanted to have my phone on me, I could just upload everything overnight while I'm sleeping. So it's really helpful to give yourself a 1 to 2 week buffer. So the first week or two, when you upload videos, schedule them out so that you have like a week or two between when the video goes out versus like where you are. That's really important, obviously, for safety, but also it gives you a break. So if like you can't get videos out or something, you're not like stressing, which I don't think there's any reason to stress anyways. It's literally YouTube. It's for fun, and people will not care if you don't get a video out, but it definitely takes that pressure off of you, I guess. And then when I upload, I just would use a simple title, like whatever day it is, Appalachian Trail, whatever, or whatever trail you're on. And then the description I had in my notes app, and I would just copy and paste the same description every day. And then I would usually just change like the beginning part of the description. I liked to write like what mile marker I was at when I started the day versus the end of the day, how much elevation gain and loss. Okay, so once your videos are uploaded, schedule them out to whatever day and date and time you want them to go up. And then for creating thumbnails, I keep it super simple. I use Canva. There is a free version. I use the paid version. It's like $15 a month. I think it's worth it. But if you're just making trail thumbnails, you could get away with the free one. I literally just pick the dimensions for a YouTube thumbnail, start a new design, and then I stick a picture from that day into the design. And I usually just put text on the screen for whatever day it is, and I'll put like the transparent Appalachian Trail logo on the picture, but you could do like whatever trail you're doing. And then that way, all you have to do is every single day, just replace the background photo of the thumbnail to whatever photo you took from that day that you want to use, and change the number day on the thumbnail. And then you just save the design and upload that into the thumbnail on YouTube. It's super simple and keeps everything really quick and easy. That's basically the process I followed. And it really doesn't interfere with like socializing or the experience, because if it did, I just wouldn't do it. It's great to have the videos to look back on, and I love sharing them with other people, but realistically, you want to enjoy your hike and you want to be present in your hike, because for some people, it's the only opportunity that they'll ever really get to do something like that. So it's really, really important to not let YouTube interfere with that. And I do think that keeping the video short was like the easiest way to make sure that they don't. And then the process of like when you edit and upload, I just went past Riga shelter a little bit, trying to clock like at least 6 miles out and back, and then I'm gonna head back to Riga, make some lunch, and I'll give you some like typical tips for like different clips to get for videos, moments that you want to remember that you should really capture, stuff like that, just like editing tips and all that. All right, Riga shelter's right here, picnic table, and then this shelter is new. They just rebuilt it. Same with Brassy Brook. Privy is down there, and then behind the shelter down that little hill there's some tent sites, but this is pretty nice. It's snowing, so I'm gonna come in here and make some ramen. So some tips for making your YouTube videos the best that you can. First thing is you really want your videos to be engaging, not just for your audience's sake, but also for yourself. Like watching back, you want to be like, wow, I really did the best job I could to capture all the different types of moments that I want to capture on the trail. I work in marketing, and it is true that people's attention spans are dwindling by the day. So I really think it's best, like I said, to keep your videos, I would say between, honestly, no more than like 15 to 20 minutes for like a one-day trail vlog, because honestly, let's hope this starts, because I don't know if I have a lighter on me. Because not only does it not interfere with your day that much, but also people just don't have the attention span to be watching more than that. Personally, I don't. I mean, some people might. Now, I honestly think it depends on who you are and how you film. But I do know, oh, this is bent, that's good. I do know every year a lot of hikers go out on trail and record their journey. And I think like when a lot of people are watching a lot of different hikers, they just probably don't have the time in their day to commit to more than like a 20-minute trail vlog. Oh yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. When you are filming on trail, I would say it's best to try to get as many different shots as you can. I know like people really like a good mix of, hopefully this isn't expired, March 8th, 2024. Well, that's too damn bad. I really like to get a mix of like clips of myself talking just like about my day, how many miles I'm doing, where I'm going. That was like good to remember for myself. But also like clips of the trail. Like a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do a hike like this, and like your friends and family that may be watching will probably never do a hike like this. To show like the trail itself and like the terrain and the views, I think is really important. Those are things that I personally really wanted to remember. I look like a dragon. Just like what the trail looked like in the different states and stuff. And I honestly don't feel like I recorded the trail enough or as much as I would have liked to. And yeah, I mean, for family and friends too, they definitely are going to want to see what the trail looks like. So recording like the trail, recording yourself talking, but also like your routine on a daily basis. So clips like this, me cooking or setting up my tent, blowing up my sleeping pad, sitting at the picnic table with everyone, eating dinner. Obviously get people's permission before filming them, but that's another thing too, like the people are really what make the hike. Oh wow, that's getting really hot, and that's like frying this off. I should get a pot holder. I wonder if they make like little ultralight pot holders. Also, I really liked showing the towns. Don't bubble over. Do not bubble over. Do not bubble over. Do not bubble over. The hostels you stay at, I really liked giving like hostel tours. Again, like for myself to look back and be like, oh yeah, that's where I stayed. Like I forgot that was a really awesome place. It's also helpful for the people that are watching your videos, because if they're interested in doing the trail, then they're going to get to see like the different hostels and, you know, what's good about them. And it could help them decide like on their hike where they would want to stay. Also, it's great for friends and family because they can see what it's like when you go into town and you stay at a hostel and what that kind of environment's like. I've watched some vlogs where people are just showing the trail, which can get kind of boring, or they're just talking. And I mean, ultimately it's your vlog. It's however you want to remember your hike. That's the most important part. But if you are trying to make like a really engaging trail vlog that kind of shows all aspects of trail life, I would recommend all of that, like clips of the trail, clips of you talking while you're hiking. You could even get shots of you hiking if you like have a tripod or want to put that extra time into like setting up a shot. What you're eating, cooking, tent setup, just like chores around camp, hanging out at camp, the people you're around, town, hostels, like all that makes for a really, really entertaining and engaging trail vlog. It makes for an awesome journal kind of like a virtual journal of your hike too. Looking back, you're going to be like, wow, I'm so glad that I got all these different shots. Some other tips are, I like to film in 4K. It does 4K 60 FPS. 60 FPS or frames per second is going to be the smoothest. And especially if you're like panning a view or you're like showing the trail in front of you and moving a lot, 60 frames per second is going to look the best because it's more frames obviously within a second. So it's going to look clearer and crisper. And also YouTube kind of compresses videos a little bit and reduces quality a little bit. So I film in 4K, but if you don't have that option or you don't want to film everything in 4K because it does take up a lot more space, you could film in 1080p 60 frames per second. That's perfectly fine too. 1080p is full HD, so it is still good quality. Or another option is you could film in 4K, so you have all your raw clips are in 4K, and then when you edit your video, you can actually export in 1080p. It does still kind of keep some of the same quality of like the 4K video. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm not a videographer. I just have experience from doing YouTube and then also doing social media content for businesses. So that's an option too. And then what I would do is actually delete the raw clips and just keep the edited version so that it's in that 1080p smaller file size for uploading and keeping on your phone. Hopefully this is okay. I don't really like eating food that's past like a certain date, but seems fine. Oh, every single day, take a picture of you or like something unique on trail or something, or like yourself, like get like a selfie. Make sure it's in landscape view, which is this way, not this way. That's vertical or portrait, landscape or horizontal. That way you have a good thumbnail for your YouTube video. There are times that like some days I barely took photos, and if I did take any, I didn't take them in like a horizontal or landscape mode. I took them like portrait mode. I would be like having to screenshot clips from my video to make my thumbnail. It's just like not ideal. So I would recommend trying to remember to take at least one photo in that format every single day. Also download YouTube's Creator Studio, I think it is, on your phone, as well as the normal YouTube app, because you can upload into the YouTube app, but the Creator Studio app lets you kind of make more customizations to your video, and you can also edit it after the fact. So I like to have that on there. But really the biggest thing is just having fun with it and doing it in a way that you want to remember your hike. That's kind of how I did it. I did daily vlogs. You could even do like weekly vlogs or every couple days. But I found that like that process worked totally fine for me. Nobody even really knew I was filming or editing half the time. I'm gonna have this expired ramen and then get out of here because it is freaking cold. I'm basically back to my car, so I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions, just leave them in the comment section and I'll answer them, but I think I covered everything. It's not really like a hard thing to figure out. I just figured it would be good to talk about. There's a lot of people vlogging their backpacking trips on here. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.